Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'll be telling you five things you should know before you come into Japan. And this has been a very requested video, so I'm doing it for all those who have been asking me what should I know before I come into Japan. So do well to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload new videos. Okay, so the first thing is learn basic Japanese before you come. As much as possible, try and know at least some basic phrases. And if you can go further and learn more, please don't limit yourself. Learn how to construct sentences, complex sentences, learn how to use the grammatical particles, everything. If you can do that before you come into Japan, I know you would really enjoy your stay here, because the official language of Japan is Japanese, and you find people everywhere speaking Japanese. So as much as possible, if you want to enjoy your stay here, please try and learn basic Japanese before you come. And the second most important thing is try and change your money at the airport. This is because I, for one, come from a country where you can find forex bureaus around, but in Japan you don't find forex bureaus around. You find just banks. Yes, banks around. So try and change your money at the airport. At the airport, you have different stops where you can change your money. Do well to change your money. So if you are coming from Ghana, please change your money to dollars, as it will be easier for you to change from dollars to Japanese yen. So try and change your money at the airport as much as possible. But if you happen to come inside Japan and you need to change money, you can go to the banks to change your money. And the third thing is Japanese banks and ATMs closed. You know, the first day I tried to go to the ATM at night and it was closed. I checked and they had written the working hours. I was like, oh, so like I was shocked. I was like, why is the ATM, I mean, it's an automated teller machine, why is it closed? It should be open 24/7. In my country, ATMs are open 24/7. You can go to the ATM anytime you want. But in Japan, the ATMs close. Yes, the banks close at 3. Yes, for JP Bank closes at 3. Yes, and the ATMs close depending on their location, because on campus, one of them closes at 5. Outside campus, close to the supermarket, it closes at 8. The one close to the post office closes at 7. But they all close. All the ATMs close in Japan. So if you need to do any transaction, you need to withdraw any money, please try and withdraw your money on time, because the ATMs will close and it's automatic. Like, the doors are automated, so they just close when it's time. They don't wait for you. So please try and close. This was one thing that really surprised me in Japan. Yes, so that's the third thing. And the fourth thing is Japan is very neat. You don't actually find bins around. You don't find rubbish bins around where you can put your rubbish. You don't find them around on the streets, but they are very, very neat. So as much as possible, try and keep your rubbish till you find a rubbish bin around. Yes, because you won't find them around to just store your litter in. Try and keep your rubbish till you find a rubbish bin, which you might actually not do until maybe you get to your workplace or your school or your home. So yes, that's for rubbish disposal. Yes. Okay, so the last thing I would want you to know about Japan is about how the residence card can be obtained, and also your health insurance. Okay, so for the residence card, it's usually given to you before you enter Japan. Whether you're a tourist, you're a student, they have different residence cards they will give you. And your cards are very important. Your cards are very, very important. So try and keep your residence card as much as possible in a safe place. You can keep it in your purse, in your wallet. It's very, very important. And also, what happens is, before you enter at the immigration center in the airport, you can obtain a work permit. Depending on what you are here for, you can't get a work permit. Tourists, as I now, have no work permits, but if you're a student if you are dependent, that means your spouse is here and you are joining your spouse, you can obtain a work permit at the immigration center. But if you are not able to get it at the immigration center, you can always go to the immigration office. They have so many immigration offices in the cities, and you would usually be able to get the stamp. You fill some documents and get the stamp. Yes, and with your residence card, when you enter Japan finally and you go to your place of residence, you would have to go to the city office. The city office is like, how do I put it? In some places, they are called the city hall. Yes, city hall or city office. And in those places, what happens? You can do a lot of things in the city office. You can obtain your My Number card. You can obtain your health insurance. You can change your address and all that. So in the city office, what happens is with your residence card, you tell them your address and they post your address at the back of your residence card. Yes, it's very, very important, because let's say in a case where something happens to you and they can't see you immediately, it's your residence card that will provide them with a lot of details on who you are, where you live, if they need to maybe take you to your house if something has happened. Yes, your residence card is very important. And another thing is the health insurance. So for the Japanese health insurance, what happens is you have 70% off for the health insurance. As far as you are in Japan as a student, as a Japanese, 70% of everything is catered for by the government. Yes, that's how the Japanese health insurance work. And another thing with the health insurance is you pay your health insurance bills. Usually you can pay monthly, but it's sent to you for a year and you choose how to pay it. Either you want to pay monthly or you want to pay for the whole year. You can pay at once or you can pay in bits. Yeah, so that's it for the health insurance. And another thing is when you go to the city hall, when you arrive in Japan, you'll be given a My Number card. I think usually when you enter, you're even given the paper, not the card. Yes, so when you enter, after you arrive in Japan, you'll be given the My Number card at the city office. So with the My Number card, it's very confidential and important. You can do a lot of things with your My Number card. They can track any transaction you make from any bank with your My Number card. And they can track so many things you do in Japan with your My Number card. So it's very confidential. You don't tell anyone your numbers. You just keep it. And usually when you arrive, they give you the paper. Then you can order for the My Number card, which usually takes a month. And you will need this My Number card if you want to do international transactions. So please keep it very safe, because it's very, very important. They track a lot of things you do with your My Number card as well. So keep it very, very safe. Yes. And the last tip I would give, there's a tip, there's not part of the 5 things, is that when you are coming into Japan, keep your documents very dear to you and keep them very well, like your passports and all that. Those are things you should keep very, very well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I'm sure I'll definitely do a part 2 of this, because there's still a lot more I have to tell you about coming into Japan. That should be all for today's video. Thank you. Bye.